You know, I don't have much to say today, except, how about them Cowboys? How about that 13-2? How about Dak Prescott for MVP? How about that, Shannon Sharpe? Welcome back.
How not? Come on, Joy.
Now, on with the show.
Let's get it started with the Cowboys.
I feel better than I have all year. Joy, I'm going to answer your question. Last night was huge on so many levels for my Dallas Cowboys. In fact, just silly me over here, I'm going to make the case that was as important a win as my Cowboys have had all season long. I kept hearing all day before last night's game, oh, they don't really need this one. And I kept thinking, yeah, they really, really do need this one to maintain momentum, to continue to keep their edge, to avoid losing that edge with obviously one more game to go and then a whole week off before the first game all year that really, really counts. They needed to stay hot last night, and it was mission accomplished. That was a tour de force on every level of the football team. And as Joy pointed out, the main thing that happened was what did not happen. There was no Tony Romo from start to finish. Thank you, Jerry Jones. I don't know if I should be thanking Stephen Jones for talking you off the ledge, or Jason Garrett for talking you off the ledge, or maybe your old friend Larry Lacewell for pulling you aside and saying, Jerry, let's think this one through this time. We don't need no Romo this time. And
he might be saving him for a rainy day.
Yeah, he may be saving it for like next year, because I was convinced, my deepest, darkest fear was that Jerry Jones would interfere in order that Tony Romo played the second half last night in order to prepare him for his return to the starting lineup for the first playoff game. And obviously, Tony Romo did not play a single snap last night. And then Jerry Jones said after the game, he has no plans for Romo to play at all at Philadelphia. Out of sight, out of mind, problem avoided and averted. Which brings me to the other big development of the night, which was a very positive development. Dez Bryant looked like throw up the X-Dez from 2014. He was finally back, and he looked healthy, and he looked fast, and he looked content to be just another very important cog in the Dak attack. Because he only got 5 targets last night, but he caught 4 of them, and 2 of them were sensational. The spectacular one-hand grab in the back of the end zone, the first touchdown, and then the capping touchdown was the big, powerful back shoulder snatch at the goal line. And in between those, of course, they ran a little trick play, and he threw a touchdown pass. I didn't love it that they gave away the trick play, but maybe it'll keep defensive coordinators guessing about Dez throwing a left-handed touchdown pass on a reverse. Which brings me to my Cowboy defense, which drove me out of my mind for the first quarter and a half, because it came out and played the way I feared it would, which was, as you've been through this before in your playoff runs, it's a meaningless game. Let's just play not to get hurt tonight. And that's how they played for a quarter and a half, and they nearly turned somebody named Zach Zinner into a superstar for the first quarter and a half and dug themselves a 21-14 hole. And then all of a sudden, they got serious and they got mad, and they shut out the comeback king, Matthew Stafford, who's come back in 8 of their 9 wins in the fourth quarter this year, shut him out for the last 2.5 quarters. That was impressive to me, which brings me to my MVP of the league so far. It changed last night after he had a QBR of 94.
Really?
Dak Prescott. He threw the ball as dominantly as he has all year. I haven't seen that much velocity with that kind of accuracy, deadly accuracy, spreading the ball to 6 different receivers. And, of course, Zeke put the icing on top of my big cake last night with the 55-yard touchdown run in which he outsprinted a defensive back. What was not to like about last night? They are perfectly set up for their Super Bowl run now. They have to be feeling great about themselves, and Shannon Sharpe has to be feeling not so great about himself.